Have you ever found yourself sitting alone with your thoughts, looking at old photos from your wedding day or honeymoon, and felt a quiet wave of grief wash over you? You remember the butterflies, the late-night talks that felt endless, the way your partner used to look at you like you were magic. And then you look at your life today. Stacks of bills on the counter, endless work emails, arguments about the same things over and over, and nights where you both just scroll on your phones in silence. The romance you once dreamed of feels like it has slowly died, leaving behind this aching disappointment. This isn't what I thought marriage would be. If that heavy, unspoken sadness has been living in your heart, sweet friend, I want you to know you are not broken. You are not ungrateful, and you are definitely not alone. So many women carry this secret grief, still loving their partner deeply, yet mourning the romantic dream that quietly slipped away. Today on Secure Love Psychology, we're going to talk honestly and gently about the death of romance, that painful moment when marriage isn't what you expected. We'll explore why it happens, why it hurts so much, and most importantly, how to move from this disillusionment toward a deeper, more secure and lasting kind of love that can actually thrive in real life. If these words are resonating with you right now, would you take a slow breath and comment secure below? It helps me know this conversation is reaching hearts that need it, and I read every comment with care. Let's walk through this together with kindness and hope. Before we name the reasons, let me share something real. Jessica, a 39-year-old elementary school teacher and mom of 2 young boys, sat across from me with tears in her eyes and said, "I feel so guilty even saying this out loud. I still love my husband. He's a good man and a wonderful father. But I miss the romance we used to have so much it hurts. We used to stay up talking until 2 a.m., planning adventures and dreaming about our future. Now our conversations are about whose turn it is to do laundry, how we're going to afford the car repair, and whether the kids need new shoes. Some nights I lie in bed next to him and feel this deep loneliness, like the spark we once had has just disappeared. I keep wondering, is this really all marriage is supposed to be?" Jessica's story is not unusual. In 2026, with constant financial pressure, parenting demands, and the unrealistic highlight reels we see every day on social media, many couples quietly grieve the death of romance while still deeply committed to each other. This experience is called romantic disillusionment, and it is a completely normal stage in almost every long-term marriage. It doesn't mean your love was fake or that you chose the wrong person. It means you've moved past the honeymoon bubble into the real, beautiful, and sometimes challenging work of building a life together. Let's gently explore the 5 most common reasons why the romance often feels like it dies after the early years. The first reason is unrealistic expectations shaped by movies, novels, and social media. From childhood, many of us were shown a version of love that was constant excitement, perfect understanding, and never-ending passion. When real marriage brings routine, misunderstandings, and ordinary days, the gap between fantasy and reality creates a profound sense of loss. The second reason is the heavy weight of financial and practical pressures. In 2026, with rising living costs, mortgage payments, childcare expenses, and career demands, money stress becomes a silent third person in the marriage. Instead of romantic dinners, conversations revolve around budgets, savings, and can we afford this? Over time, the focus shifts from nurturing love to simply surviving financially, and romance feels like a luxury you can no longer afford. The third reason comes from the natural evolution of 2 people over time. We are not the same people we were on our wedding day. As we grow, our personalities, needs, energy levels, and priorities shift. When these changes aren't openly discussed and embraced with curiosity and care, couples can slowly feel like they're becoming strangers to each other, and the romantic spark that once connected them begins to dim. The fourth reason is the lack of healthy conflict resolution skills. In the early days of romance, many couples avoid hard conversations to keep the peace and the passion alive. But as real life brings disagreements about money, parenting, intimacy, and future plans, the inability to navigate conflict without building resentment or shutting down creates emotional walls. Unresolved hurt slowly replaces the romantic feelings with distance and frustration. The fifth reason, and often the most exhausting, is the all-consuming fatigue that comes with being parents. Raising children is one of the most meaningful things we can do, yet it demands enormous physical and emotional energy. By the time the kids are finally asleep, many parents have nothing left to give each other. Date nights become rare, affection feels forced or non-existent, and the romance that once felt effortless now requires energy that exhausted partners simply don't have. Each of these reasons is valid and deeply human. Feeling disappointed in your marriage does not mean you chose the wrong person, or that your love story is over. It simply means you've entered a new chapter, one that invites you to move from fairy tale romance to something even more powerful: secure love after disillusionment. Here's the hopeful truth I want you to hold on to. The death of the fairy tale romance is not the end of your love story. It is the invitation to build something even more beautiful: secure love after disillusionment. Secure love is not about constant butterflies or perfect passion. It is about feeling emotionally safe with each other, being able to show your real selves, flaws, changes, and all, knowing how to repair when you hurt each other, and choosing to turn toward one another again and again. This kind of love is quieter, deeper, and far more sustainable than the initial spark ever was. Now let's move from understanding the pain into real hopeful action. The shift from romantic disillusionment to secure love doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen through small, consistent, and intentional choices. Here are 5 practical, evidence-based steps you can begin using this week. These aren't about forcing passion or pretending everything is perfect. They are about gently rebuilding emotional safety and creating a new, more mature kind of romance that can actually survive real life in 2026. Step 1. Allow yourself to grieve the old romantic dream with compassion and without shame. It's okay to feel sad about the loss of the butterflies, the spontaneous dates, and the version of love you once imagined. Many women feel guilty for mourning this, as if grieving means they don't appreciate what they have. But grief is part of healing. Take a quiet moment, maybe in the car, in the shower, or before bed, and softly say to yourself, "I miss the romance we used to have," and that's okay to feel. Write it down if it helps. When you give yourself permission to grieve without self-judgment, you free up emotional energy to build something new. This step is foundational because unacknowledged grief often turns into resentment or emotional numbness. Step 2. Have an honest but gentle expectation conversation with your partner. Choose a calm, low-pressure moment when neither of you is exhausted or distracted. Start with vulnerability instead of blame. You might say something like, "I've been feeling a little sad lately because I miss the romantic side of us that we had in the beginning. I still love you deeply, but I miss feeling close in that way. What about you? What do you miss, or what do you need from me right now?" The goal of this conversation is not to fix everything in one night, but to create safety for both of you to be honest about your feelings. When we name our needs clearly and kindly, it reduces the anxious avoidance cycle and opens the door for secure connection. If the first attempt feels awkward, that's normal. Keep trying with patience and softness. Step 3. Create small, intentional micro-moments of connection and affection every single day. Romance after disillusionment rarely returns through grand gestures. It returns through tiny, repeatable acts of presence. Some simple ideas you can start tonight: a 6-second kiss when you greet each other or say goodbye, a genuine compliment that notices something specific like, "I really appreciated how patient you were with the kids tonight," sending a short text during the day that says, "I was thinking about you," instead of only logistics, or 10 minutes of cuddling without phones. These micro-moments release oxytocin and slowly rebuild the emotional bank account. Consistent small bits for connection are far more powerful for long-term satisfaction than occasional big romantic efforts. Step 4. Learn and practice healthy conflict repair instead of letting hurt build up. Unresolved conflict is one of the fastest ways romance dies. The good news is that repair skills can be learned. When tension arises, try using this simple script. "I felt hurt when, because I really need to feel close to you. Can we talk about this gently?" Then listen to your partner's perspective without interrupting. Even if the repair isn't perfect, the attempt itself sends a powerful message. Our relationship is more important than being right. Practice this a few times a week. Over time, good repair builds trust and emotional safety, the true foundation for any lasting romance. Step 5. Redefine what romance means to both of you and create a new vision together. Sit down together and have a hopeful conversation. What would feeling loved and connected look like for us now, in this season of life? Maybe romance now looks like teamwork on a tough week, quiet coffee together on Saturday morning, or planning one small thing you both enjoy each month. Shift your definition from constant excitement and passion to I feel safe with you, I feel seen by you, and we're choosing each other even on ordinary days. When both partners commit to this new, mature version of love, something beautiful happens. A quieter but much deeper bond begins to grow. This is what we call secure love after disillusionment. You don't have to do all 5 steps perfectly this week. Pick just 1 or 2 that feel doable right now. The most important thing is consistency and kindness toward yourself first and then toward your partner. Small steps taken with love have the power to slowly bring warmth back into your marriage. In today's conversation, we've gently held space for the very real disappointment so many women feel when marriage isn't the romantic dream they once imagined. We explored the 5 most common reasons behind romantic disillusionment and made the important shift from grieving the old fairy tale to building secure love after disillusionment. A love based on emotional safety, consistent connection, and choosing each other with intention. Please remember this truth deeply. Feeling disappointed does not mean your marriage is failing. It means you're human, and you're ready for a deeper kind of love. You are not alone in this, and healing is absolutely possible. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting me with your feelings today. Your courage to face this disappointment and still seek understanding shows how much you care about your relationship and yourself. If this video touched your heart and gave you hope, I would be so grateful if you liked it. Subscribe for more weekly evidence-based guidance on attachment theory, the Gottman Method, and creating secure love in real-life marriage, and left a comment with the word secure, along with which of the 5 reasons felt most familiar to you, or which step you're willing to try first this week. You deserve a warm, safe, and deeply connected marriage, one that may look different from the movies, but feels even more beautiful because it's real. The journey from romantic disillusionment to secure love begins with the small, brave steps you're willing to take right now. I'll see you in the next video, beautiful soul. Until then, be gentle with your heart and keep reaching for the secure love you truly deserve. Blue Heart.